How you guys doing? This is Jason with Tuna Tech, back with another video. And another video on a product from this beautiful company and unique company called Nothing. Okay, so you got the Nothing Phone 3 here. Just released. Check out my video. It's been posted, hopefully by now. If not, check it out. Let me know what you think. I'll do a deep dive if you'd like. But today, we got our hands on the brand new Nothing Headphone 1. You know Nothing. Loves to do things differently. So let's see if these over ears live up to the hype. So kind of pop the box open just a little bit so it wouldn't be so hard to open. But this is the Nothing Headphone 1, and it's quite of a large box there, wouldn't you say? So let's just, right out of the box, the design is unmistakable, just like the phone. People are complaining and saying it's ugly, and you know what people need to realize is that Nothing is a company that focuses on design, right? So of course the device itself is going to look different than anything else on the market, and I think that's what people want. Well, at least I think that's what they want. Okay, sorry for that, guys. The outside box, if you can tell this is what I had to do to it. The glue actually on the inside of the box was sticking to this box. So fresh, so clean, and so new that the glue was dried to the box. It is what it is. So, like I said, right out of the box, you're going to have a very unique design. And what's interestingly enough, and I think I tore the box up enough, but let me see if I can find the little side here. Yeah, it's hard to read now, but you see if I can fix it a little bit. It says here, Sound by KEF, or KEF, a very well-renowned audiophile company that makes headphones and speakers, and they've been around for years, and I'm a huge fan of theirs, and I love the fact that they use them to help for tuning. It's just like any other company that uses Harman Kardon or JBL, or for cameras uses Leica or Hasselblad. They're working with other companies that have a little more experience in audio, cameras, or whatever to help dial in the sound. So in the box, you get a USB Type-C cable, and you get a headphone jack, so you can use it wired. Or not headphone jack, but you know, a headphone cable, so you can use it as a wired headset, which is always nice to have, because me personally, I always use wired for streaming, streaming and live, the live stream and podcasting. So if I want to do that, I can. So right out of the box, like I said, unique design, transparent shell, you know the deal. A peek at the internals, if that's what you want to call it. So this is the white version, just like the phone here. Let's look. Ooh, this is the first time I'm seeing this, you guys, and I am pumped. I know it sounds kind of dumb, but I don't wear over-the-head earphones. If you haven't seen the video already, I usually use something like this. These are some costs. Brand new phones. Headphones just came out, the KPH30 wireless. Or I often use my Sony 5s, which probably comparatively is the best because they're about the same price range. This is probably still a little more expensive. But either way, we'll pick it up, and right off the bat, you hear it clicking, so hopefully that doesn't cause any damage to the phones, but they're actually fairly light. I thought they'd be heavier for some reason, but they're actually light. And as you can see, none of this stuff does anything. You got a red light here. I shouldn't say red light, red. And like the phone itself, it's got a red dot here, but that's more of a recording light, so you know when someone's recording video. This is to distinguish which way is right and which way is left. A little unique design. I'm not sure if I like the white better than the black, but this is what I got. It matches the phone. You've got, it looks like a button here. And then on this side, you got like a dial. It clicks and it moves. And then you have a clicky switch right here. So let's just talk about it real quick. So the build quality is solid. It's comfortable. Let me put them on right here. Make sure I get the right side here. I know you can't see me here, but I'll tell you right now, look, I am wearing them. They don't feel that heavy on the head, so the build quality feels solid with the comfortable headband. It's got plush ear cups. They are very like memory foam-ish. It's got the great look. People are going to look at them. You've got like everything you need. It's not just looks. They have active noise cancellation, which does a decent job of blocking distractions. Sound quality tuned by KEF or KEF is surprisingly good. A nice balanced profile with good clarity. Plus, the battery life is insane. We're talking 80 hours without ANC, 35 with. That's seriously impressive on paper. So the pros, it's got a unique design, great battery life, solid sound. Cons, transparent look, may not be for everybody. And the ANC probably isn't as good as the Sony XM6s, probably on par with the 5s. You can't really compare this to a $500, $500 headphones. These are $299, $250 if you got the pre-order deal. But overall, the Nothing Headphone ones offers something different. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if they got any power. And I'm going to hook them up, pair them to my phone, and we're going to go through the little sound test. So let me get that all set up. Okay, so I powered them on, and they're with the Nothing. This is my Samsung because unfortunately the Vivo is Chinese version, so I don't know how well it would work. I just lost it. So Nothing Headphones 1. We're going to hit connect, and it's going to have me download the X app, I believe. It's pretty simple, just like most headphones and earbuds in this price range. You know, they have that automatic, like, hey, here's what you need. Here's how you connect. Pretty self-explanatory. Something that Apple kind of pioneered back in the day, and everyone's kind of followed suit. And then here is the new app for the Nothing. So we're going to get started. It's going to look for my headphones. We'll just do it later. We're going to continue. We're going to allow. It's going to look for my headphones. Hopefully it'll find them. So quick tutorial. So as you can see on the side here, this is your volume. It says right here, roll to increase and to decrease. Single press to play or pause. And then press and hold roller to switch ANC mode. So if you press and then move, you can go through your ANC modes. And then this is for previous and next track. And then if you push and hold the paddle to the left to rewind the track or right to fast forward. And then you press this button right here. This activates your voice assistant, whatever it may be. And then obviously it's telling me there's an update. I'm going to update later. And we're just going to say I got 60% battery life. I'm going to open my YouTube music. Well, let's first see what the ANC. So right now I'm on transparency mode and I can hear everything. We'll turn it off and wow, just the ambient noise isolation is pretty good. That's impressive. And then we're going to go to noise cancellation. Wow. Honestly, that is pretty dang good. So I'm in an area where there's an air conditioning unit running right now. You usually don't hear it in the sound because in post I take out that sound so it's not so annoying and I try to make my voice sound better. But this, I can't hear anything, so I'm talking loud. I really apologize. But I'm going to put it down to low, and it still sounds pretty good. But let's just turn it off. So we're going to have no noise cancellation on. You got spatial audio, bass enhancement. You can go ahead and click that on. And you can go to level 1, level 2, level 3. We'll leave it at 3. Equalizer, it has balanced, more bass, more treble. And that's, then you have your equalizer settings, which I don't really get into too much. We'll just use, what's advanced? We're going to go to simple. We're going to go to balanced. Device settings, controls, and then Nothing Headphone 1. We're going to go to YouTube Music. Let me open it up. Okay, so listen to music here. Okay, so good vocals, good sound, very even keel. I usually like to listen to, let's listen to some Eminem. Toby. Okay, bass is pretty mellow, but not bad. Okay, so vocals are amazing. It's a warm sound. The mid-range is good. The tweeters are high. It seems like it's really well balanced. But I wanted to listen to some NF, who is one of my more popular rappers that I listen to. But we'll listen to Nate to see what his voice sounds like, his rap. Ooh, it's got some high vocals that sound really good. So these are the Sonys. And personally, I'm going to compare them to these because they're most closely related to price here. All right, so here's my take. Let's get this phone out of the way here. Let's take these off. Are these going to have some people staring at you? I mean, look at the difference here. Yes, they're definitely going to have some looks. Sound. So I'm going to be an odd one out here and say, I think the noise cancellation on these are better than these. 2 reasons. These have been worn a lot, so the cuffs aren't as strong. So I think the ambient sound control on these makes that way. And I think the sound is about the same. I think this is a more warmer sound, but this is a more punchy sound. So it's all about preference, and listening to music is very subjective, especially when people go to buy. So when I tell you to buy these, if you like this KEF or KEF sound, 100% yes. And then when you do turn these on and off, you hear this whoosh, like this little like noise, pretty normal. What I do like is this, and you can hear it. You hear that? So it gives you a tactile sound. And then, you know, I like all the buttons are on one side too. So you have a mic mute right here. And then you have assistant, volume, and change the track. And I think all that combined with this like nice soft headband and the microphones and clear calls. We'll check the calls later if you're interested in what the calls sound like. Most of the time, these sound decent. I mean, nothing's going to meet the Apple Maxes, which, again, those are $600. So this is double the price of these. So it should be on par, if not a little less. Or with these, which now are probably about $499, $399, still $100 more. So for the value getting these and the sound, I think you can't go wrong. And if you were like me and you got lucky and you, well, shouldn't say like me, if you're like someone who did pre-order this and got $50 off, it makes it that much better. And if you like to stick out, I mean, you guys, what better combination is there than this? So this has been Jason with Tuna Tech. This has been a quick look at the Nothing Headphone 1. If you want a deeper dive, like I asked you on these phone here, let me know. All right, so the video's done. I had some more time with these, and actually the sound you're hearing is from the microphones built in to the headphones. You can see I have them on. So I listened to some more sound, and I'm going to be honest now. The only reference I have is the Sony XH1005s, the over-the-ear headphones, not the newest, but the 5s. These sound a lot better. They feel more comfortable. They feel more premium, and they have an interesting look. You guys be the judge on how they look, either on me or in general, or you can also let me know how the microphones sound, because that's what you're hearing right now. The active noise cancellation is pretty good. Now that's the only part where I think it's not as good as the Sony, but it's not bad. So again, this is Jason with Tuna Tech. This has been a follow-up to the same video of the Nothing Headphone 1. Thanks for watching, guys.